it was Brenda, sleeping with the mailman, returned to sender. And her friend is the one with tremendous flair, a devilish grin and a world less care.
Roger, always a pleasure speaking with you, my friend. I don't know how you do it, man. How is it that you can be such a great television personality, a great chef, owning restaurants, still making music, and being such, not just an icon, but, you know, someone to look up to, a role model in this business and in this world, knowing that if you set your goals on dreams, you can make it happen, because you always do, my friend.
Well, thanks, man. You know, I just think, like, if you really want to do something, you find a way to do it. So we just find a way to do it, you know?
Has it always been that way with you from day one?
Yeah, you know, like, I always used to work in the restaurants, like, from 15, 16. I used to work in the restaurants and then go to the studio. And so all my studio and music friends would, like, go party and then wild out and then crash and sleep all day. I would get up and go work the breakfast shift in the restaurant, and all my restaurant people would leave that and then go party all night. But I would just go to the studio and make records. So I always kind of lived that duality. So while everybody kind of work and play, I just kind of worked and worked, you know?
So wait, how many restaurants are you established with, and how many television food shows do you have now?
Right now I have Twist by Roger Mooking inside of Pearson Airport. That's the one restaurant I have. I do a show called Man Fire Food. I do another show called Man's Greatest Food. And I do a lot of, like, guest spots on a bunch of different shows, from Guy's Grocery Games, Chopped, you know, Iron Chef, and a bunch of different stuff like that. That's always continuous and ongoing, you know.
So how do you make time to make music? Because that's one of the things we're talking about, my friend, a new album, and congrats on that. Yeah,
thank you, man. You know what's interesting is I travel a lot, right? So I take the time in between when I'm home. I bang out ideas, because a lot of music comes to me when I'm dreaming. And I'll wake up and I'll write little memos, and I'll hit the studio and I'll track that stuff, and then I'll take it with me when I'm on the road. So when I'm on an airplane or I'm in a hotel or after I finish a shooting day, I'll sit down and I'll write to the music, and then I'll come back and I'll have a bunch of stuff done like that, and we bang it out. So, you know, over the years, I got pretty good at it, and I'm pretty efficient in the studio. So when I'm recording, it's like 1-2 takes, and we get the stuff we need, and then we just keep going until we have a body of work done, right?
Okay, you just said 1 or 2 takes. You know, that's like a rarity these days, right?
I operate in these days, but I don't come from these days necessarily too at the same time, right? So that when I was coming up, you had to actually record a take and get a good take, you know. So I don't really rely on the technology to capture takes. I just get good takes, and then you just, you know, save those takes, right?
Well, what's the album called? And I'm going to say straight off the bat, I love the cover. It looks like something that should be an old school, like, T-shirt or something like that.
Yeah, you know, I kind of want to bring that. You know, there's kind of a movement right now. You look at, like, Travis Scott's album, everything is kind of hallucinogenic and kaleidoscopic, and so there's that to it, but also, so it brings, like, a modern twist to it, but also that's just how the album sounds to me. You know, I saw those kind of colors, that kind of feel. The tagline is kind of tucked away in the back of the album cover. And if you look at the interactive artwork page, like I just posted on my socials the other day with this interactive artwork page, and there's another layer to that as well. And, you know, I just like to make sure that it represents the music, right?
Oh, it definitely does, man. But the music itself, though, listening to basically you spitting out there, it sounds like you are bringing sort of like that old school and new school and meshing it in together.
Yeah, totally. You know, I listen to a lot of the new artists. I listen to old artists. I listen to soul, funk, R&B, reggae from every generation. So I kind of take all of those things and mash them all together, you know. And we're living in this time and place, so it's got to fit the sound and the model of that, but still have the integrity of what I do and what I love, you know. So all those things are in there.
Is there a single out right now, sir?
Yeah, right now it's a song called Too Bad to Be True. We just released a video for it, so that's out right now.
What's that song about?
It's about playing with expectation versus reality, basically, in a kind of upbeat way.
In a great coat, feet too small and the shoe don't fit. Sheep clothes wolf in a new outfit. Damn, and that was your man's damn too bad to be good and too good to be true. Oh. Too bad to be good and too good to be true. Oh.
an album, and not knowing if you've got any time in that 24 hours, does that mean that there might be a tour happening over the fall and winter?
Man, I would love to be able to do that. We're working out trying right now to try and figure out ways to do some shows. My shooting schedule and stuff is always really aggressive, so we always need to find a way to make that happen. So we're having that discussion right now to try and do some shows.
Okay, my fingers are crossed. Look, what advice can you give some of the new school out there? Because, you know, Juno Award winner, I mean, you were that iconic band. I mean, you were the beatbox. You, like I said, entrepreneur. You're doing all these things. What advice can you give some of these young cats trying to get into the business and hopefully not just follow what you've done, but maybe even step up something else for themselves too?
Well, I think nowadays it's really easy to get trapped in the FOMO. You know, you see all the stuff, social media, you see, well, this guy's doing that, and this woman's doing that, and how come I'm not doing this? I mean, if you think of it, these people are just putting their head down and doing the work. So if you sit down and just put your head down and do the work and then put it out, over time you build a body of work and you become one of those people that everybody's like, how come that person's doing that? But just put your head down and do the work, man. Study the craft.
There you go, the four-letter word, work. That's all it's about. All about. Social media, where do we go to follow you with everything that you're doing?
At Roger Mooking, ROGERMOOKING.
My brother, always a great opportunity speaking with you. I always enjoy it. So thank you for making that time. So sorry we couldn't get together in person. We got to make sure we have it to happen to make it happen next time. And more importantly, at least I know, man, I can either hear you on the radio, I can either see you on television. Either way, I'm going to see you somewhere, my brother.
Thank you very much, Rudy. I appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. You take care. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Too bad to be good and too good to be true.